the same thing every day for employment with LaborMAX, with employment. So just playing it by ear, and that's it. This could be a really boring day. Another boring week as I wait for my court date on the 19th next week. Gotta get through this week of just absolute boredom the way it looks. I wonder if employment is slowing down. July, springtime, it may have picked up. Maybe it starts slowing down. I don't know. It's amazing to me how a person's life can change in a quick moment. Watch all those videos of, people dying and getting severely injured, losing their legs, arms on live leak, and it's like, wow, these people were doing their own thing, just kind of had an agenda for their own lives, taking care of whatever. And then all of a sudden, in an instant, their lives change forever for the rest of their lives. And it's amazing to me. That kind of happened to me with my arrest. I had to take a complete 180 on my life in response to that. It's all unpredictable. I just want to be clear, I really do not like Boise. And I have been spending an extended amount of time here. In this area, just in general, it's so lacking. But I mean, I can endure it because I've lived in Wisconsin, and I know wretchedness. I would say Rice Lake is kind of awful, especially peak summertime when the humidity is at its highest and the temperature is at its highest, and there's the horse flies and the mosquitoes. There are no mosquitoes, no horse flies, deer flies, ticks, no ticks either in Boise, Idaho. Okay, there's other unpleasant things about it, just the wide fluctuation in temperatures and extreme heat, extreme colds. So it's got its own flavor that's unpleasant, but compared to Wisconsin with all those horse flies and deer flies, now that I think about it, wow, those things, those mosquitoes, all those insects that come after you, those are pretty unpleasant too. That'd be going on right now this time of year. I think the horseflies actually be picking up in July. Towards the end, they get at their greatest number, it seemed. When it comes between deciding on standing in line for 2 hours at the food bank or looking for work, I think I'd like to go for the easier choice. I've got to say that the quality of the Meridian food bank choices seems to have been downgrading ever since I got here a few months ago. Choices are getting more slim, and there are just too many high sugar choices too. So this is my lightest load yet. So I waited 2 hours in the Meridian food bank line for a salad, some plums, a loaf of bread, more leaves, which I'll need to buy some kind of meat for that, and then a half gallon of milk. That's it. That's a lot less than in the past. I don't know if that's a sign of anything or if it's a time of year. So Mark Twain said a good horse can move at about 3 miles per hour, I believe. Yeah, and that's the average walk. Humans walk between 3 and 3.5 miles an hour, so we're talking about just a walking pace. And that kind of leads me to conclude that back in the old days, people were a little more fit, but they were, let's say, persistent. There's another word I think I had. Whereas today people are faster but fatter. They were, you know, in old days they're slower but more they continued on pushing themselves at that slow pace deliberately, but we're faster now, but for some reason we're fatter. When the economy gets more difficult, I'm usually one of the first people to get excluded. I know I can sense it, I can expect it. The only acceptable place you can sleep is inside your car or somewhere that nobody else can see you. I think that's pretty much how it works in the cities. I'm feeling very, very tired right now. But there's definitely nowhere I can just lay down and rest. Somebody will call the cops on me anywhere around here. Alright, so I got oats from a few weeks back, probably a couple months back. And then the basil, I put in a little basil in my oats. That's a garden basil. I just kind of crumple up the leaf and let it fall in. That's pretty good. Gives it a basil-y oats meal type flavor. I brought this milk a few miles from the food bank on bicycle. Almost done with this peanut butter. I really regret eating this. I'd much rather have the more natural stuff, because my heart is really getting clogged up. So, basic cereal there. It's not too bad. Not great, which is great, because I don't like overeating. Alright, so I didn't put much effort into looking for work today. I only went to LaborMAX, and that's it. Just kind of messed around on the internet watching videos, and that takes up a lot of time. It's really nice in Meridian to watch videos because they actually play, unlike all the Boise libraries. So that's what I did. Watch some very general videos, some related to my arrest, to just get a clear picture of how things work for other people. For example, there was one reporter who got $200,000 for a cop giving him a hard time in 2014. Cop said he couldn't record a police investigation, and so the reporter got arrested, and then he sued the city, got $200,000. He probably asked for like $1 million, and then they settled. But he got a lawyer for that, and you know, good for him. I have no idea where to begin when looking for a lawyer. It's a big gamble. I'm not guaranteed to win. So, and it's money up front. I would have to take a gamble, putting money down for the win. You know, if anybody wants to invest in that gamble, they're more than welcome to on my behalf. It's because that's what it seems like. It seems like a pretty good chance that you get that this case could get a win. But it's still a chance you're taking.